Okay, final update for the day. The time is 3:15 and today is 29 September, the monthly expiry. And there's about 70 paisa left in my legs. That will go to zero. I did not trade Nifty today. I'll go into that. And I only traded Bank Nifty. I traded about 8,000 shares and closed at around 35 points. It was, monthly expiries, right? What do you expect? This is how it is going to be. It was definitely on the tricky side. It was a clear downtrend day after a big gap up. Because longer time frame we are weak, and into that there were some pretty sharp pullbacks. I mean, the trend is perfectly fine. Some very sharp pullbacks which probably did most of the damage, and I'll get into it. So first of all, I didn't trade Nifty today, and this is probably the first expiry in all my expiries that I've decided I will trade only Bank Nifty, and there has to be a pretty big reason for me to decide to do something like that. I'll go into that. I tweeted right off the bat in the morning that I will not be trading Nifty, will only trade Bank Nifty. Now why is that? I've opened the Nifty chart to explain. Look, yesterday SGX in the morning was showing, this thing was showing about 200 gap down, 200 points gap down. We gapped down 200 points, we met 250 point up move, right? After the 250 point up move, we came back crashing 250 point, and the straddle here closed at 165, which I thought was really stupid because you just made 250 up, 250 down, and after that you're closing at 165. So okay, fine, let's see how much of that retains till the next day. Today, last night and this morning, we're seeing plus 200 on SGX. We open with this gap up, and here the straddle opens at 103, and this is where I like, there's no way I'm trading this. You just made, like, yesterday, realize volatility is so huge. Now again you are gapping up by this much, and you have 103 on the straddle, and this, mind you, is no random strike. This is 17,000, which is the worst. I've always explained why I hate strikes like 17,000, because here, right, it goes up also you're going to lose, it goes down also you're going to lose. In case there's a crossover from the upside to the downside, all the put sellers panic, and in case there's a crossover to the upside, all the call sellers panic. So I don't like this round number. Whereas Bank Nifty was opening at 38,200, which is much better than 38,000. So I decided, let me trade Bank Nifty, and also I was getting about 360 rupees on the straddle, which is fine. I think 360 is acceptable on Bank Nifty at the open. 103 on Nifty is not acceptable. So okay, that is about why I didn't trade Nifty and I traded Bank Nifty. Now I'll go into Bank Nifty. Look, even at 360, my idea for Bank Nifty was I want to do a peaceful trade. Right now is not, especially into a gap up, short volatility is always going to be bad. So I shorted the 39,000 call, and on the downside I shorted the 37,400 put. Now basically the entire day was downtrending, so it was an entire day of moving down calls and rolling away puts. That's about all that can be said. Basically we had a big IV spike when we first broke 38,000 on the downside. After that it was fairly simple, except for the pullback parts where multiple times. So my calls moved all the way from 39,000 all the way till 38,100. That's the number of strikes I've traded every strike in between, and my puts went away all the way from 37,400 all the way to 37,000. I was closer at one point, and I would have, instead of 35, I would have probably closed at around 45, maybe even a little bit more than that. But I'll tell you what happened. Some of these pullbacks look really bad, but the worst, the one that some of these pullbacks look really bad, but the worst was this. And it looks seemingly inconspicuous, but in about a 5-minute span, we made a 100-point up move, and then we crashed 200 points. Here, calls went 3x. And then once you de-risk the calls, the puts which I was short went 3x. So this was really bad. This was really frustrating, completely irritated the life out of me, and decided calling it a day. At that point, I just de-risked completely, both on the put side and call side. Had about 5 points of credit left, and that 5 points has now gone to zero. In fact, even towards the end, I thought even out of that 5 points, I'll get stop loss out, right, with this particular pullback here. But that didn't happen. My entire order book is there in Telegram. You can go through that. Basically, today was a day where, see, look, these algos that punch on expiry, they punch at any price. You kind of have to learn to adapt around them. By not entering Nifty in the morning, I did a very good thing. In between, on Bank Nifty also, I had some very unfortunate stop losses into the pullbacks. I think I could have kept a little bit more buffer, given that it's such a clear downtrend day. But at the same time, since I don't super actively trade Bank Nifty, I don't want to take any unnecessary risks. So that being the case, yeah, that's the expiry trade. Apart from that, I've converted like about 1% of my account into Nifty Bs. Currently, I think around 30% is in debt. So I'll keep switching that as and when I get the chance. Probably every 200, 300 points from here, I'll buy for another 1%. If we really head to like 15,500 again, then I will probably at that point start converting 2%, 2.5% into equity. Like if we head down to, like, let's say hypothetically speaking, right? If we head down to 14,000 on the index, I don't mind being 100% into equity. I won't be. I'll still definitely have 10% because in case things get really bad, I want to have cash and debt left over to buy. But yeah, I'm just adding a little bit, a smaller quantum than what I was adding previously. So that's about it. I hope you had a good expiry. It was a very tiring day. I felt like the time wasn't moving, but we got through it. So I will catch you at the next one. Take care. Bye bye.